Welcome to the fourth session. This is again Mohammed Shakir Ibrahimi delivering of fourth session principle of management lecture. In today's session, we'll discuss about fuel principles of management. What do you mean by in the fuel different 14 principles which are here. If we'll discuss about these things, Henry Fuel was born and they start working as a manager. But what happened to this person? This person did two things. When he joined as a HR manager and then promoted to general manager of the company, that company was into bankruptcy. And what happened? Henry Fuel applied 14 principle on that and made a very strong financial position for that company. So what is this Henry Fuel function? That it involves planning, organizing, coordinating and controlling, which is applied by this principle, which is clear cut now. It is very famous to discuss one day. The very first principle is division of work. So we have to divide the works and responsibilities. So if you are not making categorization of different works to different people and then hiring specialized people for that, you cannot proceed. So the very first thing that Mr. Henry Fuel did, that was the division of work. They made a separate division for each one of the workers, for each one of performance that they have to do. Like made for the chart different divisions for the finance, different division for the marketing, different division for the administrative, different divisions. So the division of work was very important for this organization, and Henry Fuel did to make it a successful organization, a strong financial company in the financial perspective. The next principle which this Henry Fuel did, authority and responsibility. You have to give them authority and then you have to give them responsibility. If you're giving responsibility to someone, you will not get accurate results. You will not give the best performance. So responsibility is easy, but the authorities are very important for each and every organization. That if you are hiring someone, if you are giving tasks someone to perform, you need to give them authority. If you are a finance manager, you have to control over your staff of your division, of your part. So that is what important that Mr. Henry Fuel did, and that is what have a great impact on that. Next one is disciplines. So discipline for each and every organization is important. If some organizations are not having good discipline, they cannot move ahead. So rules, regulations, responsibility, rights, and each and everything, values for the company, very important. You have to keep in mind, you have to maintain the rules and regulations, you have to accept that. Without that, there cannot be a centralized system. You cannot follow up the formalities of that company. So that is what the third principle of management by Henry Fuel which it did. The fourth one was unity of command. So there is a clear cut command should be there. So before there was in the organization, everyone give tasks to different people. There is no line managers, there are no subordinators, there is no supervisors, nothing. But there is one person or a group of people responsible only to one supervisor, not more than that. So that is the next principle, to be answerable to the questions to just one person on the time, not more than that. And the fourth one is unity of direction. Each and every staff of the organizations are responsible or need to know on their direction. They have to work along with them. You cannot sit back on the chair and you will tell that they will do that. It is not possible. So this is one of the principles, that unity of direction that we have. So you need to have control over to that. So in this sense, you will make it a good emphasis on the performance, and you will have a positive feedback, positive result from this. And the next one is emphasize on the subordinators of personal interest to general interest or common. As we said that organization, one of the elements is that people, managers are very goal oriented. So we have to make to common goal, not individuals. If you are working to individual goals, so you will not have a positive result. So as a principle of emphasis, Henry Fayol, which is made when he joined in 1888 year as a general manager, he made to emphasize and made a specific objectives to each and every member of the organization. They made a specific vision for each and every staff of the campaign. Next one is remuneration. Very important point to make a very friendly environment, to motivate environment. One of the elements that we are focusing to provide more training, more development to employees to impact on their motivations. But one of the important factors are the performance of the staff to evaluate it and to provide them remunerations. So we need to give remuneration on time. We need to give them rewards and incentives even. So that is what have a positive impact when someone doing great. The eighth one is centralization. In each and every company, that is very important to make it a very centralized system. Decentralized is also there is success in few organizations, but that is again depend on the organizational structures, on the organizational staff or the number of employees. So Mr. Henry Fayol did centralization system that top medium level to responsible for top level, low level manager responsible for medium level of manager, and then staff are responsible for the manager level. So they made a sequence centralized. Scalar change, we have under this principle. So scalar change is nothing. Again, it is a chain of command. So if you don't have a chain of command, so in this case, you cannot maintain hierarchy. Hierarchy is very important in this organization to maintain from top to bottom, and that is what we can apply the scalar change and from top to bottom, and we are applying centralizations. So that is what we made can improve, can make a very effective and efficient management for the organization. And the next one is orders. And if you did this, that when we are giving order, when we are placing something for something, so that is for those organizations which have a good management system, good management skills and good management system for that company. So that is what when we are placing order, when we are having. And then equity, that is justice. So you should not make imbalance between the staff, between the member of the company, between the staff of the organizations, between the employees of the company. So we have to work jointly, we have to collaborate with each other, and we have to make a very successful organization. So that is what equities that we have. Stability of turnover. So one of the important, which is very important for each and every company, is job security. So if we don't have job security, so we cannot proceed. So if we need to have a job security for our company, people will try to think mentally, and they will be in such a mood that they have long life here in this company. They will work hard because they will think that this company belong to me. So that is again one of the important part of this. Spread of cooperations. So we have to cooperate with each other. If we cannot cooperate, if we are not make a good collaboration, if we are not motivating someone, if we are not enlarging the function of someone, so in this case we cannot ahead. So we have to be thread the cooperations, collaborations, working together between the staff when their performance was finished. And then the last one is initiative, innovations. So Mr. Fayol did that they were innovating. They made such environment like Google that if they are introducing anything new to this company, if they are making something new to these organizations, they will provide them certain rewards to them. So that is what the Henry Field functions, which is dead and motivate their staff of their companies, their staff of their organizations. That is one of the important elements that we have. I hope you learn about the session. This is all for today. In case of any questions, queries, you can ask me through YouTube channel or WhatsApp. Thank you so much for your attention, for watching this video. Have a nice day. Wish you all the best.